So, police have issued new guidance ruling transgender suspects can demand one half of their body is searched by a male officer and the other by a female colleague. Think about this. And this is Police Scotland. Yeah. So, critical campaigners have accused Police Scotland of potentially putting female staff at risk with new rules drawn up after a recent Supreme Court verdict. The latest guidance issued with comments from Assistant Chief Constable Catriona Payton has been condemned by activists including, I'm not that convinced about that, Kelly J. Keane or, whoever else, because it's still all about divide and conquer and all sides are controlled. But, obviously, judges down south had determined in April that the word woman meant a biological female and not gender within the terms of Britain's Equality Act. Police Scotland, the crime force covering the whole country, it never used to be the case. It used to have various divisions, very autonomous in those divisions, all the rest of it, but they thought, hey, let's just have a national police force, network hubs, blah, 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 police stations closing down left, right and centre. Just generally, by and large, give the impression to the public that having hubs in supermarkets and, various other places is the way to go. Yeah. And how do they get there? Well, let people just steal, and if anybody like a security guard that's paid for and has paid a ticket to have an SIE badge to stop them gets involved, well, we'll sack him through the corporation, i.e. Tesco's, whoever it is, whoever they're, subcontracted to go and work in the building of, blah, blah, blah. You think I'm off at tangents, but it is all connected. It really, truly is. Because this is Freemasonry, it's so many other things, while at the same time promoting what is essentially, if you were to type in Freemasonry Baphomet, you could be quite busy, and for good reason. And remember, Baphomet is a representation of, Baphomet is often depicted as a hermaphrodite, symbolising the balance of opposites, including male and female elements, and of course animal as well. Animal and human. So this representation has been embraced by some modern interpretations, particularly within the context of the Satanic Templar Templar Knights I was thinking of there. My apologies, and ultimately it ties into do what thou wilt as well. Aleister Crowley, all the rest of it, the Golden Dawn previous, all the rest, if you're looking at that. But ultimately, one of these suggestions is that, among the new guidance is a question and answer section, which includes the suggestion, can a transgender detainee ask for a separate area search depending on anatomical presentation? Think about this. And the answer, the reply provided states, yes, a transgender detainee can ask for a separate area for search. I.e., for example, if they identify that, obviously they've got breasts, they want that checked by female officer. If they've still got a cock, it's a male officer. Blah, blah, blah. The absolute insanity, and of course the fuckery that is put on police for this, as opposed to, the solving of crimes and the resolving of incidents, yeah? And think about this. Transgender activists, maybe, potentially, I'm just saying, here's a scenario. They've quite literally drunk driven, for example. They've run over or crashed into somebody with the outcome being a death, yeah? But the cops have got to focus on, by the way, what do you identify? And if obviously if the individual who's done this says, actually I'm transgender, and if you want to do a search, you have to do the following. The absolute insanity, but this still ties into occultism Absolutely, and do what thou wilt. As opposed to just solving fucking crimes. Yeah? We only need to go back a few decades and embrace the common sense with a confidence that we knew, that we now know, worked. You never had these problems. You had none of them. Seriously. I honestly, this is my second attempt at this, and I could probably do a better job than that. But this, I mean, look. Name the fucking police force, you've got the black and the white. This is fucking, it's there in plain sight, Masonically fucking owned organisation that is now confident enough to promote the do what thou wilt, Baphomet, and, yeah. We're basically seeing a religious, occult ideology made manifest in front of our very fucking eyes, and we've got to just take it on the chin because we're dealing with insanity. Fair enough?